We are back, we are up, and we are live. Hope everybody's doing well. Playing a little Curtis, the legend, great one. I gotta slow that down. Welcome everybody to Omega Sun Spot. This is True Omega Sun. I'm glad you're live with me. I'm waiting on the quality stream. I got Facebook playing also. Salute to the Facebook crew. Definitely salute to them. Sun Seeds in the building. Mighty, mighty. Speedy, mighty. We're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about it. As soon as of course, the struggle streaming begins. Salute to the lead attorney out there. I know how you feel, man, and it takes a long time for stuff to catch up. So, what I'm gonna do is give the intro to what we do here. Hopefully, you're well aware of that. You get a small clip of some activism, and then we're going to move into it.
Brooklyn, lay your guns down! Lay them down!
What's up? This is Reef Hustle, and I got one thing to say. I want y'all to put the guns down and pick the books up. Education is key.
Please, put down those guns. Put them down. Hold your family down. They need you. Lady Luck in the building. Representing, salute, Lady Luck. Glad you're here. Right. Okay. This is it. Curtis Mayfield, legendary songwriter, composer. I hope you can hear me. Joins loud. All right, cool. Legendary composer, songwriter, musician, just an all-around quality individual. And we're going to talk about his social awareness. I got some people coming in. Yes, happy Sunday, definitely. Got some people coming in, and they're going to talk about, what they remember out of the contribution of Curtis Mayfield. For me, he got me through a lot of rough times, but he also got me through a lot of beautiful times. I was just playing "The Makings of You," a song he did early in his solo career, which was so moving. As long as it's also like "I'm So Proud" with the impressions. If you like that song, and his run with the impressions is so impeccable. You know what I mean? I see you. His run with the impressions was so impeccable, and the way he cultivated his sound is the developing cultivation behind 70s, 60s, late 60s to 70s on into like 79 music. So we're talking about wonderful metaphors of love and power, words of heartbreak, but also words of creation. In each one of the songs he also interweaved messages, definitely positive details to empower your world. So if you liked the movie Claudine, you know exactly how that movie brought a lot of impact and different dynamics in the person. It was a tearjerker, right? I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was a tearjerker. One of my favorite songs and scenes was "To Be Invisible," when Lawrence Jacob, I forgot his last name. Is it Jacob Lawrence? He's pedaling his sister back to the house after they went to look for James Earl Jones. And they're pedaling back to the house to see Claudine, Diane Carroll. and it's just a touching scene of going through the Chicago streets, and everything was coming to a head, and they were looking for the guy because the mother was missing him and stuff like that. It's a beautiful story of people in poverty, actually. You know what I'm saying? A man of means comes and takes um, this woman, loves her for who she is, and she has about 5, 6 kids. And they have to, when the welfare person comes, they got to hide all the expensive stuff. It was a clear look at what the '70s was about for many homes, and it blew up. So salute to that. Yeah. Let me check how we doing here on my streaming. On my okay. All right, we good. You never seen the movie Claudine? Oh man, it's a black exploitation. That word was created. Let's get that. It's a movie, right? But it was about the black experience. And it dealt with a young lady, like I said, Diane Carroll, with 5 children. She still was of a certain age. I would say like under 35 or something like that. Kids range from older teens to the youngest was about 6, 7 maybe. And she was a maid, a housekeeper. And it's just a movie about the social dynamics around it. Oh man, that's what really got it. That's the key to Curtis Mayfield's songwriting. Even in the beginning, when we talk about what he was doing with the impressions, the first song I played before I got on was "Keep On Pushing." I'm gonna play a little bit of it because you know how the web crawlers do. The YouTube web crawlers are all over the place. You do something positive, and they on your, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it keeps cutting in and out. Okay, let me see what's going on. I see heavy-handed on the settings. Okay, my bit rate a little high. I believe that was 76. I'm gonna look for it right now. But I was playing I'm So Proud. Here's a little bit of that while my settings start to connect.
Prettier than all the world, and I'm so proud, I'm so proud of you.
All right, let's see if this works. Got a lot going on. Now, to cue in what's going on here, they learned how to sing. Oh, no sound. The sound is choppy. Right here. Okay. How about now? What about now? How about now? Still choppy. Goodness gracious. And understand, it's kind of hot where I'm at. What were you dealing with? Well, not really. It's 70 degrees, but then everybody's online and stuff like that. I live in the city, so they're unforgiving here. Hopefully this kicks in properly. I think I got somebody in the house. No, they didn't come. Okay. I'm So Proud with the impressions came out about the mid 60s. Going into it was part of the doo-wop phases. Everybody was okay, I got somebody in the building. Hopefully this thing kick in. Who is here knocking on my door? It's the wonderful Arub. Clap it up. Where we at? Come on. How you doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm all right. This internet thing better stop playing with me.
Having some delays?
Yeah, it's choppy. You know how everybody's on their games and stuff like that. Hopefully it get crack-a-lacking for a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm talking about Curtis Mayfield and what he's done, and how it impacts the music today, if it even does. Where are our lyrics? With that, what's the situation going? Um, and I've mentioned Claudine, the movie Claudine. You seen
Hmm.
Claudine before?
Only hundreds of times. One of my giving the loving, giving the love, kissing with the kissing. Yeah, that's my movie.
Right, yo, I told him it was a tearjerker for me.
Yes.
The part, to be invisible when he's
Oh, my Gladys Knight. Yes, sir. That
right,
is.
yeah. And that's another thing. He wrote for other people and then had other people sing the songs that he would do as well.
Hmm. Also, I didn't know he did To Be Invisible. I didn't realize that the lyrics were by him. I just, when I hear the song at the end, I thought it was her. Just, I didn't know he wrote that.
Yes, yes. And he also wrote that and did the whole soundtrack, the score for the movie.
Wow. See, did not even know that. I didn't know that. And I've seen that movie hundreds of times. Well, not hundreds, but maybe 20s of time. Is that a word?
Yeah, I think we're about
um,
about the same match.
yeah, I've seen it about. I know I've seen it at least 15 times. I watched it every time it came on TV. I find it or whatever. I've got it downloaded somewhere. So, but I never realized that Curtis Mayfield wrote the score to that.
Yes, yes. The amazing thing I was just explaining, and shout to Lady Luck. I'm glad you're still here rocking. I got the choppy sound going and everything. Hopefully that is curbed by my little moves on the back end. But I was saying that the way that movie was indicative of how his songwriting was as well. There's love in it. There's social power and awareness in it, from the good and bad side.
Right.
Always a message and deep realism, and that's how I feel that he like really won on that, and also Superfly, which is I guess it's black classics right there.
Hmm.
You got two black classics under his belt. He did the whole thing with Superfly and worked with the late Gordon Parks, great photographer and videographer as well. So, I mean, all right, Claudine. Tell me what your experience was like with Claudine, and what did you get from that movie?
Wow. Now from Claudine, that's like my childhood. It was very touching. It was a tearjerker for me at first too when I first saw it. Because it was so moving and it was so real and relatable. You know, it was heartbreaking. But in all, she still found love. Family is everything. What used to be everything. But yeah, it was.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it shows that, like, because these days are a different time. Families are not like they used to be back in those days. Even with all her children and stuff. With her oldest son, um, I'm trying to remember his name right now. Really high, Wolfback Hot. I can't think of his name right now. I don't know why, but
Yeah, I forgot his name too.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think it
can't
was
think of his
Lawrence
name.
Lawrence
Yeah,
Fisher
yeah,
Jacobs or something like
Lawrence,
that.
exactly. But it's just, it was very relatable. I loved it, and I think that's why I liked it so much. And it gave me a warm feeling, because my family was like that. We were very, very close, and even though some of us were distant, we were still close. We were different, not distant, different. We were still very close.
Right. Even though it wasn't a lot,
The
there was not a
parties,
lot
and
of material objects around.
it wasn't a
Sometimes,
lot, right? And honestly, we didn't even know we were poor until. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, keep going, keep going. I need this.
Oh, I was saying, sometimes when in times like those, you don't even realize we knew we weren't rich, but we didn't feel poor either, because we
Right.
had everything we needed. We had shelter, we had food, we had love, we had family, we had laughter, we had happiness. We also had the other stuff, the bad stuff too, but the good times always outweighed the bad times.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's kind of like that's why I like Ghostface when he did "All I Got Is You."
Yes, yes, yes. One of my favorite rappers. Uh-huh.
Magnificent. uh, was it four at the foot, two at the foot, two at the
That's it.
at the head. Didn't want to
Head to
sleep with
toe.
John. John, he peed the bed.
Mhm.
It brought you back
And
to the times where you had the sleepovers. Y'all ain't had much.
mhm.
Y'all went outside as much as possible.
Yeah.
Played games with your cousins and all that, and the neighborhood
The
kids.
highlight was hanging out in the neighborhood, and especially in the summertime, hanging out in the pump and waiting for Mr. Stalky to come through.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Eating your fried bologna sandwiches and stuff like that. That was the I'll say that was the part of soul music itself, was
Yes.
that down home, down to earth feel of just being around people that you kind of loved and cared about, and you expressed it through song. There were people that were singing doo-wop songs and wanted to be like the groups, and it's interesting. He walked into the Impressions with Jerry Butler and Sam Gooden and became a part of them. I used to think that he created the Impressions. No, they started out. They was already doing doo wop in the high school bathroom, and he came through. He was from the choir in his church, and he just loved the groove that was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you get a song like "Keep on Pushing." Oh, let me see if I can play
Yeah.
that right now. I just played it, and I don't want the people to bite me. You know how they do.
Right.
The key is, you talk over it, you do commentary on it.
Mhm.
This is "Keep on Pushing" right here.
Oh heck yeah, that's it right there. And that's how we had to do in those times. Keep on pushing.
That's right. Oh,
Mhm.
can't stop now.
That's
Move
right.
up a little higher. Some
Yeah.
way, somehow.
Yeah, those were the times that was needed. That music was needed at the time.
That's right.
Songs. I know we're talking about Curtis Mayfield, but we're talking about cats like, Marvin Gaye with the What's Going On, the Temptations, and Stylistics and stuff like that. All of that music was needed at that time. And Curtis Mayfield, he was the cream of the crop. You know, he was the
Yes.
cream of the crop. The songs that he made, he made one song that I just was it One Day We'll All Be Free.
Oh,
I
oh,
forgot
oh.
how it went.
Uh, 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 um, is
It
that's John? That sounds like Donny Hathaway right there.
No, 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 no. It was
Someday
Curtis
we'll
Mayfield.
all be free.
Someday. Oh
That's
gosh,
not.
I
That's.
know the song. Hmm?
Let me see if I can get it for you. Because I remember Donny Hathaway singing that one.
Maybe I'm singing the wrong song. Maybe I'm singing it the
Keep
wrong.
on holding
It might be Running
on.
Together.
Hold your head up high. That's Donny Hathaway.
No, 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 no. Mm.
So okay.
I'm seeing him singing the song and everything because he did it on Soul Train, and I'm
Mm.
seeing him with the big glasses on and the cap and everything, and he did it on Soul Train, and but I cannot get the lyrics.
It's gonna
Mm.
come. You brain fart. Here we go.
I know I can't stand that. And trust me, if we wasn't having this conversation right now, I'd probably be singing it all over this house.
I know he got people get ready. That's another one. I mean, come
Yeah,
on. He
that's
has a dozens of. I mean, when he has.
wait. How does people get ready go?
I'm
Let's
gonna
see.
play it
Can you
right
play that
now.
a little bit? Yeah. Get on board.
People get ready. There's a train.
There's a train a coming. You
Don't
don't
need
need
no
no
baggage.
baggage. You
Let's
just
get
get
on
on
board.
board.
What you need is faith.
All you need is faith. To the dealer's home. Don't need no
Ticket.
ticket.
You
You
just
just
thank
thank
the
the
Lord.
Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right there. That's it right there.
Oh
I
man.
am trying to. I know this is Donnie Hathaway. I'm telling you, I'm watching him play. Oh, it's not. I mean, not Donnie Hathaway. This is Curtis Mayfield. I know it
Right.
is because I'm seeing him play.
Well, another thing with that is because they did, do covers of people's songs, and they kind of traded off secrets and things of that nature. So,
Mhm.
um, like we said, Gladys Knight did uh, her
Yeah.
version of "To Be
It,
Invisible."
yeah.
Aretha Franklin did what song was it? Um, she did "Makings of You," and she did um, what's the other joint? It's a slow joint.
Mm.
But he also wrote for them as well, their own personal stuff. Like, you get the, I don't know if he did Rocksteady, but there was like Think. Think was a song for her and for the Lynn sisters, I believe.
Mm.
Because you had Think, What You Trying to Do to Me, and then you had the other joint.
So I didn't know he wrote that either. He wrote that?
Yeah, he got a lot. Oh, him, Smokey
Mm.
Robinson, we're
Mhm.
talking about, Stevie Wonder,
Mhm.
Gamble and Huff from Philly,
Okay.
and later on McFadden and Whitehead. Those are like for me the power writers.
I remember McFadden and Whitehead, and they wrote a lot of stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, what's
Yeah.
the black national anthem?
Of course,
Ain't
no
no stopping
stopping.
us now.
Exactly, we know that, right? But I knew they had written a lot of music though. But I
Yes.
didn't know Curtis Mayfield wrote. I mean, I knew he wrote with other people, but I didn't know he wrote so many other hits. You know,
Yeah, let me pull a list up because there's so
maybe you'll play
many.
the song that I'm thinking about right now. It's crazy that I cannot see the song, and he killed it on Soul Train.
All right, and we mentioned Superfly. And we just mentioned those because, thank you,
Mhm.
Lady Luck. We mentioned Superfly because that's one of the, I would say, the movies that moved into contemporary times, and they also did the remake, which was like hot garbage to me, but um, but Superfly itself was it was kind of like its own video camera into the scene of that mid 70s 77.
Mm.
Drugs was high, a lot of the
Mhm.
buildings would burnt down, and
Burned down.
you
Yeah,
know
the South Bronx and Harlem was looking bad.
yeah,
Mhm.
and just like here, it's also in Chicago, also in Detroit, also in
Yeah.
Watts, and all these other places. Just happen to have that same reflection. So people over here, you know, we gravitated to it. You know what I'm saying? Then he had the songs that went with it as the background, the soundtrack. Pushing Man, Freddie's Dead. You know what I'm
And you know
saying?
what? So I wasn't gonna say anything because I'm totally embarrassed. You know, I never saw Superfly.
Excuse me. Oh, well, I gotta give you this. I can't do this. Wait, hold on, hold
I
on,
get the
hold on.
same reaction from everybody,
It's
and
like you never
they just
played
give this
spades.
slow roll, like they turn their head real slow, like let me get your black card. Yes, exactly. I've never seen Superfly ever, and
Wait,
I always wanted to watch it, but for some reason I just I never got around. I just never get around to it.
okay, yeah, and it's okay, it's okay, it's all right. We're gonna get you
Yeah, I'm
back
gonna do
on
better.
track.
I'm gonna do
But, like I said, it was done with Gordon Parks, and at this time, black exploitation movies. If you ever do the knowledge on it, it was a
better.
lot of Jewish backing. You know what I'm saying? It was backed by like, what was it, Sigmund Shrewd or something like that. It was a lot of um, what it called. It's just like the record labels now. The
Mm.
production cost behind it was done by many people that of the Jewish faith. And not to
Mm.
say anything was bad with that. You know what I'm saying? But it shows you that certain movies were funded one way than another. You know what I mean? Like Dolomite, he had to start his own from the ground up.
Right.
He's like a Tyler Perry in his own right.
Mhm.
Booty Ray Moore. Sam Greenlee um, actually pulled money from the people in his native Chicago to do Spook Who Sat by the Door.
Say
So
that again.
Sam Greenlee, he was
Okay.
the director and the writer of the Spook Who Sat by the Door, and
Mm.
he had to pull up like he was like the first one with crowdfunding.
Mm. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So That type of dynamic made his movie look different, but it also didn't get the promotion and play that other movies like Shaft didn't got. You know what I'm saying? Shaft was on the mainstream level as far as blaxploitation. That and Blackula and
Oh,
Coffee.
look, I seen Coffee,
Yeah.
seen Blackula, but never saw Superfly. Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
but Superfly, yeah, come on, Superfly was like the main thing, and everybody that was a hustler wanted to be priests. They wanted to press their
Mm.
hair down to their
Mm.
shoulders and wear the quarterfield suede and pony and all that
Wait a
stuff.
minute. It wasn't. Wait, I'm thinking about. Wait a minute. So who played Goldie? Played who?
Goldie is the Mac.
The Mac. Okay,
Yeah,
that's the one I saw. Right.
right. I
Right.
know
The
that
Mac.
Richard Pryor was in that one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but that was tragic. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So.
Shut the drive.
Mhm.
Shut the doors. The drive. Come on in.
Mhm.
I ain't playing with you, pretty Tony. We can handle this like gentlemen. We can handle this like gangsters.
Yeah, the Mac was pretty good.
You know, but there was also that. You know, and this is still adding up to what Curtis Mayfield brought to the table, right? There was also that dichotomy of, you know, street life versus the social awareness and just struggling life, you know, the
Mm.
activism at the same time. And it was played out in Superfly when Priest and his partner was meeting up for a connect, and a revolutionary came in the door and sat right in front of him and said, "We don't like y'all in our neighborhood selling this poison to our people, brother."
Mm.
And he's like, "Listen, man, I got some important people to meet right now, and they don't need to see you here. So finish your speech, and by the time they come in, you need to be out this door, sucker." You know, I'm not saying it verbatim, I'm paraphrasing, but you know, the message was there and it was lit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Priest
It's
wanted
about
to
the
get
Mac.
out the game,
Yeah.
and that's the songs that, um, that's the storyline of the songs that Curtis Mayfield was going with. So he told you the betrayal in Freddie being
Mm.
dead, the betrayal in Freddie giving up Priest and his man. He showed you the love interest, and they had the song, "Give me your love, do, do, give me your love. I want to soul, babe, can't even get next to you." Oh, Curtis was on something. Curtis was on
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. He was bad now.
Mind you, we're just
He was
talking
bad.
about two songs. We're not even talking about if there's hell below. They're all gonna go. We're all gonna go.
Mm. Mm.
Mighty, mighty, Spade and Whitey.
Mighty, mighty, Spade and Whitey. I don't know that one.
Oh, let me
Mm-mm.
play that right there. I
Yeah,
got
you gotta
that.
play that one for me.
Future Shot. A lot of stuff people also sampled in their hip hop music.
Mm. Okay, let's check it
Yeah,
out.
let's go with Mighty Mighty real quick.
Okay.
And man, the language, it's
Mm.
unprecedented. The way he went off, you know, he went straight to it. He went for the neck. He wasn't playing. Check the lyrics out.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the bitter end
This is
proud to
live.
present Curtis
Okay.
Mayfield.
And
Can you hear it?
of course, yeah.
Okay. Live in New York City. This is what, 78, 79, 79. Let's go, Curtis. Talk it. Mind you, live band, he does the compositions and he plays the
Right.
guitar. So this is real musicianship.
Yeah.
Fast forward a little bit.
About this country state,
Okay, here we go. Woo!
we get a new power every hour.
Getting new power every hour.
In just about every Christian faith.
Mm. What we doing, son?
We're killing up our leaders.
Killing up our leaders.
And look how relevant the music is to today.
Yeah, yeah.
Timeless.
This is important. This is important.
We're killing up our leaders.
We're gonna go to the chorus and then we'll cut it off.
Thank God
Thank God for the women breeders.
Because we're killing off our leaders. It don't matter if they're black or white.
It don't matter if they're black or white.
Yep.
We all know we're strong. We all know we're strong. We all know we're strong.
What?
But who's gonna fight to make it right?
Fight to make it right.
Right. We almost there. Mighty, mighty.
Yeah.
Spade and Whitey.
Black and white power. It's gonna be a crumbling tower.
Wow.
And we will stand divided. So goddamn undecided. Give this some thought.
Give it some thought.
And stupidness we've all been caught.
Oh my goodness. Clap it up.
Yeah.
Clap it freaking up. Where's my damn sound? I need this.
Those buttons should be right next to you.
Yeah, I gotta get the sound deck. I'm gonna get that next too, cause it's amazing. The chorus. First of all, no, we're gonna go to the lyric. He said, "We're killing up our leaders. Doesn't matter if it's black or white. We're just gonna stand there undivided. We're just gonna stand there divided, so goddamn undecided. Because they're killing up our leaders.
Yeah. So now we don't know what to do, right?
Don't know what to do. Oh,
Yeah.
And
But we put a leader out there, and the music is so relevant to today, you know.
yes.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that stands up to the cause, whistle blows, speaks on the powers that be, on the system that is. You know, the target's on their back, and
That's right.
you know, we stand around like I said, stand around not knowing what to do. So it also
But
mentions,
we need to act like our leaders.
yeah, pretty much, and that's why he used the derogatory terms on purpose. I think, from what I see, he used that spade and he used the whitey,
Spidey, Spade and Whitey, yeah.
right, the things they would use to disparage each other. So now we got that off the table. What are we gonna do?
Right.
Told it plain, laid it in the music form with the beautiful sound in the back, and you can imagine yourself in the lounge while this is playing live. Right.
Yeah.
You ever heard The People Darker Than Blue?
Let's check it out.
All right, we're going down the road, and this is his later work. We're not even talking about I'm So Proud, Makings of You. We're not talking about Keep On Pushing right now. We're not talking about Gypsy Woman. Hits.
Gypsy Woman. That sounds
She
very
was a
familiar.
gypsy woman.
No, that's
She
not the
was a
song I'm thinking about.
gypsy
I'm still
Oh,
focused on the
man.
song I heard on Soul Train.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it too.
Oh, man.
We're not talking about Little Child Running Wild. Oh my God, this guy. Running wild, watching wild. And his voice is so it's almost angelic
it's
in
so
a way.
unique, exactly.
Darker.
I'm sorry, I know the difference between him and Donny Hathaway for sure.
Oh yeah, Donny
But
Hathaway.
I just cannot think of that song.
And I'm thinking you was
however-
thinking about Young, Gifted, and Black for some reason, and that always sticks in my head. When somebody say, no, it's not Young, Gifted, and Black. Someday we'll all be free. Yeah. Keep on watching on. Hold your head up
I
high.
think that's Donny Hathaway.
That's Donny Hathaway, yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
If he did it too, that's something else. Oh, this is not it. This is not the one I want. This is the one I want. Okay. First of all, the lyrics in this song and how he drags it along, it's a classic blues soul song. These are the stuff that was going on in the early 70s. You know, moving, I would say, from the love song stages, like OJ's Forever Mine.
Oh my goodness, that's it right there.
What's another one that really gets you? Just My Imagination, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Moving into the social awareness, because even the Temptations did this
Yes,
when
they
they
sure
did Ball
did.
of Confusion and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
All
this,
the
yeah,
confusion.
the
Yeah,
tempo
that's
got
my
up and
favorite.
everything like that, and the social
Running
awareness
around.
got even larger.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. People darker than blue.
We people who are darker than blue,
Mm,
are we gonna stand around this town and let what others say come true?
mm.
We're just good for nothing, they all figure. A boy's grown up shiftless jigger.
Shiftless
Now we
jigger.
can't hardly stand for that, or is that really where it's at? We people who are darker than blue,
Yes.
this ain't no time for segregating. I'm talking about brown and yellow too. How yellow girl, can you tell? You're just the surface of a dark deep well.
Oh,
If your mind
one
could
more
really
verse.
see,
Oh, yeah.
you know your color
Is the same as me.
Pardon me, brother,
Pardon me, brother.
as you stand in your glory.
Stand in your glory.
I know you won't mind if I tell the whole story.
Wow,
Listen,
that is deep.
if you play Curtis Mayfield and you play it for, I say a night. Sometimes for some people it takes a weekend. That's how much work he got. So
Mm.
on top of it, you tell me you ain't cry at any time at any song.
Oh, absolutely. There are so many. Right there. I don't know his catalog as extensively as you know it, but there were songs that he made, yeah, that just, that their heart, that they touch your heart.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna say I
wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't
cried, but
directing it to you. I just wanted to let them know. Like,
oh,
I
okay,
just
I
like
was
can't
saying, yeah,
believe
because
how
some of his
people.
stuff is so touch heart, it touches your heart.
Yeah, not one song, my man. Not
Mm,
one song.
mm.
Goodness gracious. Let me see if I can. Everybody should know this one. So in love. Let me skip a little bit. Skip a little bit. Even the horns. I gotta skip. I gotta skip.
So in love,
Mm.
you do so many things with a smiling face.
Lord have mercy.
So in love, every time we kiss, it's such a pleasant
Oh
taste.
Lord. Wait, hold up.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
it right there. That's a shot. I'm telling you.
I
Mm.
almost fell on the floor. You can't be talking like that, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that and download that for sure. Mm.
Yeah, I'm talking about it may be two armfuls of hits. You're not
Mm.
and monumental movers that don't break the pop charts. So like when we talk about art that may not have the accolades above ground, you got to look deeper into the catalog and look deeper into the message that they're sending. And we don't get too many artists like that anymore, if any. Anderson Paak, I like what he does right now for the young.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm like talking straight like people that sing too, you know, because it's different for hip hop. Hip hop, you got more liberty to put stuff in your rhymes. You know, more wording can go there, even though many of them don't do it. You know, except you know Kendrick and J. Cole and a few others. Um, but for R&B, for songwriting and song singing, you have to be able to get those words out there, touch and reach people, as well as you know keep the momentum of a full song going. You know, so that's a whole different level when you sing
Right.
out a gospel song. And this is what made his walk with the impressions so valuable. He was able to basically take a gospel song and make it. I would say, what is that? Take the gospel and you make it worldly. Let's say worldly. You know, enough so everybody can get a piece of it. Let's do
Mm-hmm.
this one. And this is a long one, and I know you know this song. This may be the one you're talking about. This,
Okay. I know that one. It's move on up or
that's
get on
right.
up or something like that. Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's not the one he did on Soul. It's not that song.
that's not
No.
it. Oh,
Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts now. That is not. I know when I hear it though, and I can see him playing them. I can just see him doing it now.
mmm.
And that's just the crazy part.
We getting
But what's happening now though is that it's like now I'm seeing Stevie Wonder, I'm seeing everybody, I'm seeing all the performances now.
yes.
So I'm hoping that I don't lose it by the time we get off the show.
And as soon as you get over, like, I got it,
Right? Oh, trust me. As soon as I find, I'm gonna send you the link straight from YouTube. So trust
I
me.
got it. Awesome. But these are hits. You know, I wish I could play some of the whole songs, but you know, time
Yeah.
restraints and also the YouTube crawlers that you know their hand
Right.
is out before you know you get your hand back.
Right. Exactly. So.
So this is the love song in the middle of Superfly. One of my go tos. I ain't gonna front when I was making them tapes. You know what I'm saying? Give me your love.
I really. Oh, definitely heard this. Yes.
This is the
So
scene
when
when
my girl Mary J sampled this, I had to find out, and that's what I do when I hear songs like that. I'm like, I've heard this song before, but let me see who she sampled this from.
yes.
And when I realized she sampled that from, I was like, oh, she did her research, honey, or whoever did her, yeah,
She
their
got a
research.
good one, right?
Yeah, she got a good one. I'm
Yeah.
the only one you need.
Love
Yeah,
you so, baby, we get next
yeah. Go ahead and
to
play that. You can play. You can play that for a little while. If you gotta skip it, just skip it. I don't know. That's it right there. That's the shot.
you. And the scene was set. They was in the
And this
bathtub.
was from Superfly?
This from Superfly.
Oh, I gotta watch this movie now just
Yeah.
to get to listen to this talk.
About to tell you the scene. The scene was set. They was in the bathtub, and
Hmm.
he's talking, you know, about him getting out the game, and, and she's like, you know, she wants him to get out the game, but you know, she's still like, you know, shaking about what can we do. He just smoking a joint. It looked like she gonna go smack him. He catches her hand, kisses it. You know, they start doing their love thing in the tub.
Oh wow, that's it right there though. Black love. Now I've never made love in the tub, but I